Hey everyone, Jenny here. Welcome to your pre-Halloween, pre-Samhain reading. For those of you who don't know, Halloween actually derives from a pagan Sabbath called Samhain. And this is a time where the veil is the thinnest. The veil between this physical world and the ethereal spiritual world. Messages can come through more frequently and much more strongly, especially through vivid dreams, but even through meditation, doing readings such as pulling cards, doesn't really matter. But this is when typically your ancestors really try to communicate with you the most. And this time of year tends to make it easier for them to do so, okay? But if you don't want to talk to your ancestors, that's okay. You totally don't have to. But so I have chosen 3 quite appropriate decks. And I'm calling this a pre-Halloween, pre-Samhain reading because I plan on posting a reading for October 31st anyways. So we needed some of this energy. Okay, Halloween Oracle. We have here the Witch's Wisdom and the Fairy Tarot. The Fae, it said that the fairies are abundant this time of year as well. So I thought that deck was pretty appropriate. So I'm going to shuffle, and I'm actually going to start with the Halloween Oracle. So as I'm shuffling and pulling cards, you know, if you have a question or a situation in your mind that you need an answer to, that you need clarity on, please, you know, ask your angels, guides, gods, ancestors, whomever, to help you just to be open to receive whatever messages you need to hear at this time. Actually, I'm going to go ahead with this still. And as I'm shuffling and pulling cards, I'm sort of silently praying that we literally just receive everything that we need to know right now. And in case y'all couldn't tell, this is my favorite time of year. I get a little sad. Even though my birthday is next month, I actually get a little sad come November 1st. I'm like, oh, Halloween's over. That one. Actually, I'm going to place that over here. I don't have a lot of space to work with on this table that I have. All right, fairies. What do we need to know for the next few days? Now, there's a good chance I'm actually going to use these 3 decks again. Definitely the Halloween Oracle and the Witch's Wisdom for this next reading in a few days. Quite possibly. Oh, this one wants to fall out. The Fairy Tarot as well. Okay. So the first card that has come up, Forgiveness, Reducing Burden. Hopefully y'all can see that pretty well. So forgiveness, well, that's a big lesson. It fits for this time of year, to be quite honest. You know, I just said a few minutes ago that this time of year and this season represents the veil being thinned, okay? Yes, we can talk to those on the other side much more easily. This is also a time of year where it's endings and new beginnings. So according to a lot of Celtics, a lot of pagans, this is technically like, Samhain is like the pagan new year. For the rest of us, right, the new year is January 1st. But October 31st, November 1st is Samhain, the Celtic witches' new year. When one year ends and a new year begins, I mean, I just kind of said the 2 words right there. There's an ending and there's a beginning. right now is a good time to let a lot of things go, whether it's old patterns and beliefs, old thought systems, whether it's a relationship. I am sort of feeling that that's what this card relates to, that there's a relationship or there's just a person. Maybe you need to forgive them for actions or for words that were spoken. I am also feeling you need to forgive yourself at the same time, whether it's because you have given this person one too many chances. I feel like everything happens for a reason. I don't look at things as a failure. If something has ended, it's not a failure. It's just something that is no longer needed, or at least for right now is no longer needed. There's always a silver lining to everything. There's always a lesson to everything. Right now, a big lesson is that you need to forgive. You need to let go of, you need to release any burdens that you are holding on to. And I do feel a lot of these burdens are on an emotional and mental level. They do relate to you and one other person, whether it is your divine counterpart or someone in your family, or a close friend of yours, or even a coworker or a boss. It's just you needing to forgive. Honestly, that's it. I do feel if you're listening to this, there's like a 90% chance you're the one who actually needs to forgive. That's not for everyone, okay? I don't want you to all of a sudden be like, this reading sucks. X. No, there are the people who, you need to receive an apology from. I want to say you can't just wait around for that, though. So maybe the person you need to forgive is yourself for waiting. But so forgiveness is a big, big lesson. It will free you. It really does. It frees you. I really can't explain it more than that, because that's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. It hurts more to hang on than it does to actually let go. But it's that letting go part that we all have an issue with, right? So a card that goes perfectly with this is from the Witch's Wisdom. Water cleansing. Cleansing is another word for releasing, which is another word for letting go. Yeah, perfect timing with these cards, perfect messages, perfect symbolism. Okay, and I know there's a glare, sorry, but got women in here. They're both women. Yes, and they're around a waterfall. A lot of water. Water is a very emotional element anyway. Maybe you are dealing with a water sign. Maybe you are a water sign. And that's not a bad thing. The fact that, water is a very emotional element. Like I'm a fire sign. I'm a Sagittarius. That's where my sun is. And so that's really intense energy. And I've been told I'm intense. All right. Kind of the opposite of the water. Water can be just as intense, but in a different way. But so either way, clearing. Clearing is to take place right now if you're not already doing so. What do the fairies have to say about that? So 3 of Spring. This is actually a really nice card. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So you're at an ending, you're clearing, you're making way for a new beginning. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I feel like literally the second you take a step towards that new beginning, whatever it is, whatever that means to you, blessings are just going to come in. Things are going to happen for you a lot faster. You just really have to let go first. Okay? Sorry, I need to adjust. You need to let go first. But so this is great. And what I'm actually also drawn to is the color in this card. There's a lot of violet, purple, pinks, fuchsia, either way, the indigo even, and I'm even wearing indigo right now. That relates to your third eye and your crown chakras, okay? And that is all about your spidey senses, your intuition, accessing your higher self, accessing the divine, accessing the other side, okay? So I feel that there's growth in those areas as well. releasing any energetic gook, energetic anomalies out of those centers, and that's wonderful. All right. What else do we need to know for the next few days? In other words, before I give you my next reading. Ancestors, the love and the love and legacy of our DNA. For a second, I thought they said the Lord legacy. The love and legacy. So I look at this and immediately I see the word growth. And it's because of the tree. Now we have here the DNA, the double helix, right? So this, I want to say this situation, this pattern that you're breaking, I can't think of the right word, but it's like whatever is going on right now within you is karmic, and it is at like a cellular level. So now it's possible this may not resonate with everyone, okay? So if this resonates with you, that yes, you are clearing some karmic patterns and situations and stuff, going on in this lifetime, but I feel like some of you, through your ancestors, and this could be going back 1,000 years, is also clearing a lot of karmic shit. All right, so I just feel like, this sort of releasing the burden, the forgiveness, the cleansing is karmic, okay? It is supposed to happen right now. You are supposed to go through this right now. But I feel you're going to heal more than just what's on the surface level, more than what's just superficial, okay? This is going to be deep. You are healing maybe some old family trauma. Maybe you have some old family trauma. Maybe you have just some old physical trauma that is now stemmed into mental, emotional issues. And I feel this, like I said, this could go back, 1,000 years. It could go back even just 1 century ago, 1 generation ago. You're healing more than just the superficial. That's wonderful because it's part of your growth. It's part of your journey, part of your process. So I want to say keep going. And what do the witch's wisdom have to say about that? Herbal kitchen alchemist. So as you are going through this process, this growth period, you're creating. This card is all about creating. And yes, you very well may be wanting to sort of be like a kitchen witch. That's okay, being a little domestic. That's totally okay. But the word alchemist, that's just another word for like magic maker, a creator, okay? A manifester. So you're starting to create the life that you want. And in doing so, you have to remove what no longer serves you. Otherwise, there's not going to be any room, literally, not even mentally, emotionally, there's not going to be any room, never mind physically, for what it is you want to bring in, okay? It's wonderful. I feel like right now, it's like through this process, you're gathering all these ingredients, putting them in your cauldron, right? Stirring it together and waiting for the meal to be served. And the fairies, what do they have to say about that? So King of Autumn, who is compassionate, accomplished, gifted, and charismatic. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way. A good person or company to work for. So this, two things. Gonna go a little off topic. So first and foremost, I feel like try to adapt those qualities. Okay? And really, as the card says, go after what you want. Be assertive. Yes, absolutely. This may mean that you need to put up boundaries, and that very well could be part of the cleansing that you are going through right now, is putting up boundaries, is saying no to whatever it is you have to say no to. Okay, that's a boundary. It's not a bad boundary. So that's one message, and that completely goes with that. What I actually also get with this is in regards to career. A change in job, change in career, or moving up a position, if you will. I'm also hearing, if you've been thinking of going out on your own, being an entrepreneur, now's a great time to do so. I understand Mercury retrograde is coming up on Halloween, and it's in retrograde until November 20th. Typically, they say, astrologers say it's never a good time to sign any contracts during a Mercury retrograde, to make a commitment of any kind, unless you're really reading the fine print unless you're aware that delays could happen, paperwork could go missing, communication in all forms between people and technological could screw up. I believe that to an extent. I have made commitments during a Mercury retrograde. I have signed documents during a Mercury retrograde. I know other people have, and nothing bad has ever come of it. Okay? So it's more of just like, it can be an influence. You just need to be aware that, oh, hey, this could happen right now. So just be aware of it. I don't really think it's going to be an issue, because really, I feel like, no, if a new job is coming up for you, a new job is coming up for you. That's your time, regardless of what other planets are doing in the sky. Okay? So just keep that in mind, though. And I just wanted to say that. Okay, so last card with the Halloween Oracle we have here, the Lamp, Remembrance. This is a very nice card. So back in the day, going a few centuries back, people would like leave a light on, waiting for people to come home, especially as the nights come earlier. Oh, I hate that. As one thing about this time of year that I do not like is the sun setting earlier. I don't like it. Also, though, I've read this, that when there was like a civil war, when there was Vietnam, people would leave lights on to remember those who have passed, to remember those who have fallen. It's really in the sign of remembrance. I'm also feeling that even though you are moving on from whatever you are letting go of right now, even though you are moving on, that memories are still going to flood in, good and bad. I want to say try to let go of the bad. Just remember the good times, okay? It'll be okay for you too, because I feel like it will help to heal. It'll help to heal you on an emotional level, okay? It'll help to balance your emotions, help to even balance it'll give you some clarity, balance your mentality, okay? So it's okay to remember, try to just remember the good times. I'm not saying leave a little love in your heart so that, you leave that door open for this person to come back. No, if you're all set, you're all set. But maybe don't exactly burn a bridge. You don't need to burn every bridge you go on. You really don't. Sometimes you just need to let things be. And things will change course on its own. But so it's okay to leave a light on. I'm also seeing candles in my mind. Now there is another card in the Witch's Wisdom deck called Candle Magic. Which if I do any type of like spell work that I associate my spell work with fire, I do. I love fire. So candle magic. For witches watching this video, now is a good time to do some candle magic. Even if it will help you to let go and forgive and cleanse yourself, whatever it is. If you need to write stuff down on a piece of paper, what you want to release, and then burn it. Okay, that's a great thing to do, especially this time of year. I am literally just getting candle magic. It'll be much more powerful right now, between now and the rest of the week until next weekend, okay? All right, so the Witch's Wisdom card that goes into it, Book of Shadows, Secret. Now all witches have a Book of Shadows, or a grimoire, which is just a spell book. So this actually goes with what I just said in regards to writing your stuff down and burning it. It does. So just take this as confirmation that, hey, if you've been thinking of doing that, go do it. It'll be very helpful to you at this time. I'm hearing your story is not over. Those are the words. Your story is not over. So this is going to resonate for some of you, not all of you, okay? If you are releasing a relationship, a romantic relationship, I'm hearing, yes, you need to right now. It is time. You need to right now. But I'm being drawn back to when I just said, don't burn bridges. Okay? Not every bridge needs to be burned. And if you can end things on decent terms, great. If you can't, okay. But I am hearing that for some of you, your story with this person is not over, okay? Just a chapter, and that you two, a separation is meant to be right now, and that your next chapter is going to look a little different. Their next chapter is going to look a little different. But I'm hearing your story is not over. Okay, so that's for some of you. If that does not resonate with you, disregard that. All right, really. Last card, Prince of Autumn, dependable, protective, humorous. What do we got here? Chivalrous. Cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. Now, I know this says cautious but wise action. Think before you leap. Think before you leap. If you want to make a change right now, and now is a good time to make a change, weigh all the pros and cons, okay? Really consider what like your next step could be, and see if taking that next step is either financially feasible or energetically feasible. Maybe hopefully you have enough time and energy to put forth whatever it is you want to do. I am hearing, yes, like be cautious, but not in the sense of like be cautious that like you hold yourself back. It's more like look at everything, look at all scenarios, look at the big picture, but take the step anyway, just so you're not surprised if something goes awry, okay? So, or if there's like a delay somewhere, like just so you don't get yourself tripped up. Just be cautious of any and all scenarios or possibilities that could happen, but move forward anyway. Because I do actually get, like, this is actually a positive card with a little bit of a warning, but it's a positive card because it's not telling you to stop. It's telling you no, keep moving forward. But don't jump, like walk. It's okay. You're going to get where you want to be. Okay? And I'm actually really drawn to the word humorous. I'm hearing start laughing. As adults, we don't laugh nearly as much as like toddlers do. Toddlers can laugh like 200 times a day, and on average, I'm pretty sure an adult maybe laughs like 15 or 16 times a day. We need more laughter in our lives. It will actually also help to release stuck emotions. Honest to God, it really does. So just laugh. I don't care if you're scrolling through Facebook finding funny memes. Laugh. It moves things along, okay? Awesome. That's what I get with that. And that is your pre-Halloween, pre-Samhain reading. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Have a great weekend in the next few days. Bye.